to the final round of the LBRacing series here at Yas Marina for the final round. Of course, the final round had to be held at Yas Marina. We are here for the Ferrari 296, and we have an absolute showstopper installed tonight. Two drivers that can take the series here tonight, so it's a two-way fight here for the series. Let's have a look and see if we can see them out on track at the moment. So I'm going to run through the drivers quickly and get a little bit of information on. They're stuck on the grid, looking elegant in pink as always. There is Rich just coming down. So Rich can't win the title, but he is in the fight for third place in the series. So it's interesting to see how Rich gets on tonight. He's in that fight. There is Watsy there in the blue-coloured Academy Esports team car. There is Linio. Was glitching a little bit earlier in the lobby, but that seems to have settled down now, which is obviously a good sign to see. Stuboy there in the red Academy Esports team car. There's Johnny in the green Academy Esports team car. There is Lee in a very stunning looking livery, might I add, Lee. There is Deluxe now. This is one of the guys we wanted to have a look at. So Deluxe is in the fight for the championship. He could be crowned series champion here tonight, so will obviously pay attention to how he gets on in the race with great interest. There's Mike there with Sprinkler. Now Sprinkler is the other car that's in the fight for third place in the series, so obviously we'll be keeping an eye on how he does tonight. There's Wacky there in 11th currently at the moment. Hulky there, and another stunning livery from Hulky in 12th. So let's just have a look and see who we've got in the lobby, because I think we're waiting on Temp currently at the moment, who we really need to get into the lobby because he is obviously in the title fight. So here we go. We got Nigel Mansnell joining now, and hopefully there's Gear Kayla. So it is just Temp. It is just Temp. If anyone's watching and can get hold of Temp, because obviously he's in the title tight. If anyone knows where Temp is or what is going on with Temp, please let me know, because we need him in here. Irish, if you're there in the chat, if you're able to get hold of him at all, because he is the only person that we are waiting on. Whilst we're waiting on him, let's have a look at the championship stand-ins as they stand at the moment. So bottom half of the table, Nigel Mansell in 16th. He did join only 3 rounds ago, so this is his 4th round. Has got a podium in that time as well, so he's been strong since he joined the series. Just shame he joined only at round 7. Johnny there in 15th, Lee in 14th, Wacky's in 13th, Linio in 12th, and he has missed a couple of rounds as well, so he would have been a little bit higher up as well, because in the last round he did have a race win, and he did have the fastest lap as well. So see how he gets on tonight. Obviously previous round winner. Stuboy there in 11th, stuck on the grid in 10th, with Watsy in 9th there, but stuck on the grid on Watsy, joint on points. So that's going to be really interesting to see how they get on tonight. That's going to settle the battle there between those two. And then the top half of the table, Race Lord there in 8th, joint on points as well. Then we've got Hulky in 7th, Mike in 6th, Kayla in 5th, with Rich in 4th, Sprinkler in 3rd. Now there is only 11 points between Sprinkler in 3rd and Mike in 6th. So potentially, because of a massive change in positions here from all of the guys there, so that could be a massive, great big swing in the series. We could see between 3rd all the way down. In theory, we can see it change position all the way down to the guys in 9th and 10th. So we've got Sprinkler, as I said, in third. Now he cannot catch Temp or D-Locks. So Temp in second, D-Locks is leading the championship at the moment. Now we still do not have any sign of Temp. We will give him 5 minutes. Should we give him? If we haven't heard anything from him in the next 5 minutes, then we will be going ahead without him, and D-Locks will be crowned champion. Not the way we want to do it, but unfortunately we will have to if we don't hear anything back from him shortly. So let's have a look at the chat and see what's going on in the chat at the moment. Obviously a few of the guys trying to get hold of Temp at a rate of knots. See if we can get hold of him at all. So let's just have a look on here. Right, let's have a look at the chat. So we've got Mario in there. Evening everyone, last round of the cracking series. Mark Price, good luck everyone. We've got then last one of the season, let's go. Wishing everyone in the 296 series good luck. Next series will be even better. Yes, it will. I agree with that. And we've got a lot of guys. Sorry, absolute tickle on the foot. Well, it says, so everyone's trying to hold a 10-bit at a frantic rate of knots. So let's see if anyone can get hold of him. Obviously, get your predictions in. Who do you think is going to take this title? We will obviously start. We gave him 5 minutes. Got 3 minutes left. Everyone get involved in the chat. Don't forget also, if you haven't already, to like the stream and get it shared out there. Goes a massive way at getting the content pushed out there. Also as well, if you do wish to, there is the option to tip the stream. So if you like the action that's been going on, by all means give the tip to the stream, and that all of the proceeds will go back into funding things like trophies and stuff like that for the drivers. Right, if we don't hear from Temp shortly, we'll be going ahead without him. We've given him plenty of time here. Unfortunately, it's not the way that we want the title to be decided, but there is 14 drivers here that are waiting to go. So if we don't hear from him shortly, we will be going. He's got 2 minutes to get in contact with us and let us know he's on his way. 2 minutes, he is typing. Here we go. Right, we might have a reply here. Let's just see if he's coming on as well. As I said, I don't want to end the title without him. We might have to. Also, so whilst we've got this little pause in proceedings, we do have a few spaces left in the Porsche Cup that's upcoming for the new series. So if you do want to get involved, head over to the Discord. You'll see it points during the stream. The little QR code will be on the screen. You can scan that and that will link you straight into the Discord. I think what we'll do is, if he's got 1 minute, but I will be starting the qualifying. And then if he turns up, we will start him from the back if he misses qualifying. So we'll give the guys already up. Alright, let's give the guys already up and get underway. Someone in the background doing donuts. It wouldn't be as Marina if you weren't doing donuts. Hulky's saying ready. Right, everyone's ready. Let's get qualifying underway for the final round of the 296 series here at Yas Marina. here we go. Who's going to be the first to pull up the pit lane? Here we go. So we're on board with Rich. Looking all of them all around the pit lane here. He has Marina. Sorry if my still got a little bit of a creaky throat here at the moment. So here is Rich. Yeah, Kayla gets a little bit sideways. Lee is in the pit still, so look, that is Scuderia. So we've got someone joining in the room, that's not meant to be in the room already, so fantastic. So, Scuderia on a great, love this little section at the track here. So, Scuderia there doing a fantastic job. Then we've got Nigel there in second at the moment coming round. Love his livery. Rich in third coming round. These guys are quite close together. There's a little bit of gap there. Kayla definitely is on the bumper though. So Kayla in fourth there. Sprinkler there in fifth. So one of the guys that could take a podium spot in the championship. And we've got Mike there in seventh. We've missed out. So we'll go back to Watsy. There's Watsy. Don't want to miss anyone out that's on track. Mike in seventh. Then we've got Holkey in eighth at the moment on these qualifying laps. Let's see what Holkey does as we go through the sectors. We've got Liz in the chat saying go on, Sprinkler. Irish there saying go on, Rich. We'll see what Holkey does as he goes through this sector. These guys should probably get 2 laps in. Expecting probably the qualifying to be 153, around that kind of mark. We'll see what Holkey does as he comes up towards this sector. First one to cross the line will be Scuderia. So it's Wacky in 9th. 10th is Leo. 11th is Lee. Kicking the back end out of the Ferrari. Johnny in 12th. Stuck on the grid in 13th. And D-Locks in 14th. So first across the line will be Scuderia. We'll see what lap time Scuderia is. 1:55 there from Scuderia. Nigel then takes the lead and does 1:55. Rich then takes the lead. Kayla in 4th. 5th is Sprinkler. Sprinkler in 5th. Watsy goes on pole with 54.733, but he's beaten to pole position by Mike, who does a 1:54.410. Everyone else that's coming through is doing solo lap times at the moment. It's this man on pole for the final round at Yas Marina. Now, Wacky's there in 10th. Lee is going to cross the line momentarily, so we'll see what Lee does and where that slots him into. I'm very wide definitely. I don't think this is going to be setting the world alight. Lee in 10th. Johnny then crosses the line and he slots in, and then I think the last one to cross the line at the moment we can really look at will be D-Locks. So we'll stay on board with D-Locks, championship leader. And he has gone on pole at 54.236. So, pole position going to Deluxe. I think this is going to be, this is everyone's final lap. So, it was Stuboy to cross the line. He'll be the first one to finish his lap. Look, I love this camera angle as they come through the hotel section. So, see if Stuboy can improve. If he can get a little bit higher. Last corner to go for him. Fires the car in, uses the exit curb and crosses the line, and he stays in 8th place. Then Rich, oh, we got some movement there up towards the top. So Deluxe in pole at the moment. Sprinkler gets himself up to 5th. So he's starting just behind Rich, and that's the fight for 3rd in the series. Somebody's already knocked that 100-meter bollard off the turn 1. Is anyone else improving? They're stuck on the grid. Don't think Stuck's improving. He's a bit further back. Watsy in 3rd place. Lenio up to 3rd, so Watsy dropping down to 4th. Rich down to 5th. Sprinkler down to 6th now. Kayla in 7th. So 1 minute 54.236 here for Deluxe. And that looks like that is going to be the pole position. Is going to this man here, the championship leader. Stuck on the grid, slotting himself into 7th there. So let's have a look through the results here from qualifying. Deluxe on pole, over Mike in 2nd, Lenio in 3rd, Watsy 4th, Rich in 5th, with Sprinkler in 6th, stuck on the grid 7th, Kayla in 8th, all within a second of pole. 9th going to Nigel Mansnell, and then 10th Stuboy, 11th is Wacky, 12th is Johnny, 13th is Hulky, and 14th is Lee. Let's give everyone the ready up. Good luck to all of the drivers involved. Everyone, get your comments in. Show your love for all of these 296 drivers that have been with us the whole series. This is the final coming up at Yas Marina in the 296. Let's get it underway and let's get the action going. I think everyone's pretty much put a ready up. Let's get ready to rumble and let's start this final race of the 296 series. Deluxe on pole, followed by Mike, Lenio in 3rd. Let's see what happens here. 15 minutes of action coming your way. There he is. There's the grid lining up, ready just up before the last corner. So Deluxe in that pole position spot. Can he convert it into a win? Can he take the championship here? As we get ready, the lights are about to go out. And we're underway here as they drive underneath the podium to start this final race of the series. Deluxe will take them away. Mike in 2nd. Lenio in 3rd. Watsy 4th. Rich in 5th. With Sprinkler in 6th. So Deluxe getting away well. Love it. I love the cameras on this track. They are absolutely phenomenal. Everyone getting away well. Coming down towards the hairpin. As it looks like Deluxe has got a great line through there. Everyone seems to be behaving and getting through there well. Rich and Sprinkler coming out. Sprinkler's going to get a run here on Rich, it looks like. And they've got stuck on the grid for company behind. Look at all of that. Look at those Ferraris coming down that straight. Moving from side to side. Trying to break a little bit of toe from each other. Come into the braking zone. And they all look like they're behaving through there. Sprinkler is definitely on the charge though. Stuck on the grid. Not too far behind this little battle. And a bit further back, Kayla, he's right in the slipstream, or stuck on the grid now. And then 10th is Stewboy there. Wacky in 11th. I think he'll be happy with an 11th place. Hasn't lost any place in the start. In the background, we've got a little bit of fight going on here between Holkey, Johnny, and Lee. But if we jump back to the front, D-Locks 0.8 seconds in front as they come through the hotel section. Everyone is doing a great job on this first lap. We haven't had any spins or anything like that. Lino is glitching a little bit in the background there. Hopefully that will settle itself down. As we come through to finish the first lap, it's D-Locks in the lead, Mike in second. Mike will be very happy with the second place here. Lino in third, Watsy in fourth, Rich is in fifth, Sprinkler in sixth. And stuck on the grid has a fast charging Gear Kayla behind. I think Gear Kayla wants that place back. Nigel Mansell behind, getting dragged along for the action. Then we've got a little bit of a gap back to Stewboy in 10th, with Wacky not too far behind in 11th. Holkey's there in 12th. Johnny is in 13th and Lee in 14th. As it stands at the moment, D-Locks is doing everything he needs to do, but Mike is not too far behind. So we see everyone just bouncing around. Only 0.6, but in the background, Mike is coming under pressure from Lino. Everyone changing lines there, trying to break the change on the car. Ooh, Lino almost goes straight on there. It brings the car back. Still getting a little bit squirrely there over the curves. Watsy's having a great time in fourth. He's just watching this battle unfold in front. Can he convert this into potentially a podium finish? But at the moment, they are catching up on D-Locks. Mike is catching up on D-Locks. It's now only 0.4 the gap for the lead. So Mike is probably going to set the fastest lap of the race here. As he gets a bit wide, that could be a half-second penalty. We'll see. Does set the fastest lap of the race. I think he's got way with the track limits there. Did lose a little bit of time. That 100-metre board is already gone, and the 50-metre board. So a little bit of a change further back. Gear Kayla has got himself in front of Stuck. See if we can see where that happened. I think we've probably missed it by now. So yeah, he is already back past and up into 7th place there for Gear Kayla. Purple sector from Gear Kayla. Let's have a look on the start of the straight. There's D-Locks, there's Mike, and there's Lino. Watsy not too far behind this battle. Watsy's just going to watch this fight unfold. Rich there in the background. He's got 1.3 second gap over Sprinkler. And the one person that Sprinkler needs to beat to be on the podium in the series is Rich. Has gained a bit of time there. He's almost within the second. A bit further down the action, Stewboy is now only 0.7 behind Stuck on the Grid, so has gained a little bit of time on Stuck on the Grid there. Holkey has got in front of Wacky. Look, there's a fight going on here between Holkey and Wacky. Wacky getting a little bit of door banging there. Wacky getting the place there, but look, those cars absolutely nose to tail. There's a tiny bit of door banging there, but they all seem to have got away with it. As D-Locks has now set the fastest lap of the race, he's pulled up a little bit of a gap and got himself up and away a bit. Mike still within that slipstream. That slipstream is going to be crucial down that back straight. Such a long straight here. So D-Lock's doing a great job. Doing what he needs to do to get himself crowned the champion of the series. Mike in second. Still nice and close. Between the top three, it's anyone's game at the moment. And then look, Rich going up the inside. Rich getting the move done on Watsy. That would be enough to give Rich the third place in the championship overall. But can Watsy fight this one back? Watsy was having a great all as they go door to door. Let's see. Looks like Rich has got the place done. D-Lock's fastest lap of the race at 1 minute 54.118. That is worth a point. Obviously now dropping back into the clutches of Sprinkler. D-Lock still 0.8 in the lead. Mike in second. Purple first sector there for Mike. Can he take that point away from D-Lock's? There's Rich in fourth. Watsy in fifth. Sprinkler in sixth. Gear fast charging behind. We're stuck in the grid in 8th, Stewboy in 9th, and then here comes Wacky in 10th, with Nigel in 11th, Lee's in 12th currently, with Polky there in 13th, and Johnny in 14th. D-Lock's 1.8 in the lead now. Has something happened to Mike behind? Mike seems to have dropped back a little bit, so Mike has a little bit of a wobble or something like that, because he's now coming into the clutches of Lenio. They're in third. Rich is still in fourth, but he's still Watsy's getting closer. Again, so this isn't over between Rich and Watsy, as behind them, Sprinkler and Gear are battling it out. Great shot there of all the cars coming on through. Sprinkler needs to get a move on up the road if he's going to take the position here. And nearly 2.3 seconds in front for D-Locks. Just under 5 minutes left in the race. And he is driving to a series win here. Mike under pressure here from Lenio. Which way is Lenio going to go? Inside or outside? Moves on over, he's going to go for the inside. Mike brakes really late. Mike's going to run deep. Mike tried to fight it, but he just braked a little bit too late. And there is Lenio up into second place. And Mike dropping down to third. Now Mike's out threat of the fast charging Rich there in fourth. Watsy in fifth. Sprinkler is now slowly catching up to the back of Watsy. He's within a second. So can he use that slipstream? Because if he can get himself up to fifth, he's 1 point clear of Rich at the moment. That will put them level on points for the series. So then it will go down to place finishes and fastest laps, etc., etc. So Sprinkler really could do with getting past Watsy or getting the fastest lap. Either one will massively help his championship stand-ins. D-Lox still with the fastest lap of the race. So Sprinkler only 0.7 behind now, but Kayla only 0.2 behind Sprinkler. So this fight, I think, is going to go on all the way to the end of the race. Now only 0.1. Will Kayla do it where Max Verstappen done it in 2021 to Lewis Hamilton? Will it be at the final? Well, not the final corner, at this hairpin down the bottom here. It's 0.4 behind that. Oh, there goes another board. As Kayla, that's going to be massive to Sprinkler. I think it's going to give him some reprieve from the pressure that Kayla's been putting on. 5-second penalty for Kayla. I think is when he took out the board. Flash of the lights, I don't know what the flash was for. As we come into the braking zone. Flash of the lights from Rich as well. It looks like a lot of drivers are flashing their lights from here. So we're going to watch as Kayla will serve his penalty. And that's going to drop him probably out the slipstream of Sprinkler and give Sprinkler that reprieve that he desperately needs there. We're going to lead D-Lox 3 seconds in the lead of the race. Over Lenio in second, Mike's in third. He's got a 2-second gap to Rich in fourth, who's just got over a second in front of Watsy in fifth. And Sprinkler is still just within that touching distance of Watsy. Kayla now 1.2 seconds behind Sprinkler in seventh. Eighth is stuck on the grid with Stuboy in ninth. 10th is Wacky with Nigel Mansell in 11th. Holkey is in 12th, with Lee in 13th, and Johnny there in 14th, but it's still very close at the back of the field. If you've just tuned in, this is the final of the 296 series. Currently it's this man in the lead, it's D-Lox in the lead, and he's driving himself towards a title win here. That purple first sector. So if you are new to the stream and new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Also hit the like button as well. We race regularly on Monday nights, is our series night, and this is the first of 2 rounds to bring you tonight. The 296 is obviously at the moment with 44 seconds left in the race, and then after this we've got the GR2s to bring you again at this circuit. There's a title fight to bring you in that one as well between Race Lord and Gapski, who will take the title in the GR2s. But at the moment, it's this man that's going to be winning the title here. With Temp not racing and missing a couple of rounds for Temp, it has given D-Lox the chance to get himself back into the title fight, and consistency has brought him. He's been very consistent as the series has gone on. He's driven exceptionally well. He's been always towards the front of the grid. He's got faster as the grid has gone on. The checkered flag is out. He's got 2 corners left to go. And it is going to be, as he rounds the last corner, the Series 2 champion in the 296 Ferrari. It goes to D-Lox. He has won the series. Lenio in second, Mike's finishes third, with Rich in fourth. Watsy finishes fifth, Sprinkler in sixth, Kayla 7th. Stuck on the grid finishes in P8. 9th goes to Stuboy, with 10th going to Wacky, 11th going to Nigel Mansell. 12th is going to Johnny, with Holkey in 14th, Lee in 13th. So I think there may have been something that's gone on there. But this man is now your series champion in the 296 Ferrari. It's gone to D-Lox. Congratulations to D-Lox. You drove a cracking series and a great race there. Let's save the replay whilst we remember. Let's congratulate him in here. And let's have a look at those results. So, Deluxe wins the race and with the fastest lap. He is the series champion. Lino there in second, Mike in third, Rich there in fourth, with Watsy in fifth, Sprinkle in sixth, Gearkayla in seventh, Stuck on the Grid in eighth, with Stewboy in ninth. 10th was Wookie, with Nigel Mansnell in 11th, Johnny there in 12th, with Lee in 13th, and Hulky in 14th. Well done to everyone there. Congratulations to all of the guys involved. We'll be back momentarily in a minute for the GR2s, so don't go anywhere. We're going to get the room set up and get all the drivers in, and we'll be back in a moment. Hello everyone, welcome back to the action. We are here for the GR2 Series, back at Yas Marina for their final round of the series. Title decider coming up between Gavsky and Racelord. Who will take the series title here? Let's have a look at how things stand in the series currently at the moment. And then we'll have a look through the messages, which most of them are going to be congratulating Deluxe on his championship win there in the 296 Ferrari. So let's have a look at the championship stand-ins as they stand. So Brisket there in 15th, No Hassle in 14th, Johnny in 13th, Lino is there in 12th, Ryano in 11th, with Gearkayla there in 10th, Hugo in 9th, and then the top half of the table we have Froxy, who unfortunately can't make it tonight, in 8th. Temp, obviously, who can't make it tonight, in 7th. Rich in 6th. Mario in 5th. Mike in 4th. With D-Lox in 3rd. So D-Lox could get himself a podium finish in this series as well. Then Gavsky 2nd. Racelord in the lead. 12 points difference between 1st and 2nd. Now, who is going to be the champion here tonight? Let's have a look at the messages that come in. So we've got GR2's rolled hit and the mental says Irish. Yes, they are. Well done, D-Lox. Race on fantastic. This consistent driving will deserve. D-Lox then saying thank you. It's much appreciated. With pleasure racing with you guys. Saying that if Temple's race, I think would be a different story. I don't think you would. If you had the points advantage going into the last round, D-Lox. So my money was on you the whole time. Then we've got thank you everyone in the 296 series. It's been a pleasure racing with you all. Watsy, well done all. Was a great series. Looking forward to the next. The next one is going to be great. Watsy, going to be absolutely phenomenal. Can't wait for the next series to get underway. So we're here. We're ready. Obviously, for anyone that's new to the series, guys have to use 2 fire compounds, the soft and the hard. So just give everyone a message to say to get on to the soft fire, because we don't want anyone qualifying on the hards, because that will not go to plan for them. So everyone just getting ready with their tyres. Everyone just giving the ready up. So it's a 3-minute qualifier in this one, followed by a 30-minute race. So predicting a 1 stop. You can either start the soft or start the hard tyre. But it looks like the majority of people are ready, so let's get the qualifier underway here. Who's going to be on that podium? We can see there. So let's just get the information correct. It's always Mario's car that's out on track first. Who's going to take the pole here? Pole is going to be crucial. Gavsky's going to make it 12 points from Racelord. And here we go, on track. These cars are so fast. The lap times that these guys are doing, I reckon we're probably going to see 1 minute 40 for pole position. It's just the speed that they get up to at the straight here. We'll look at what Mike gets up to before he has to brake. He's already passed the 1 minute, the 150 mile an hour mark. That's 160, 170. Is he going to almost kissing 180 mile an hour at the end of the straight, which is phenomenal speed these cars do. Now let's look at the title fight. So here it is, one of the drivers in the title fight. It is Racelord. He's in the title fight with this man, with Gowski. Hello, Bookwood in the chat saying hi guys. So title fight between Racelord and Gowski. Now Gowski's going to come around for the qualifying lap, but I'm going to go on board with. I'm going to see what Racelord is doing. We're going to go actually on board with him. So he's not pressuring the tyres too much here. Now he's absolutely sending it. And he's about to start his qualifying, so we'll see what he does here. Into the first corner, using a lot of exit curve. And these corners just go so fast in this particular spec of car. 165 mile an hour, walking all the way down to just below 60 at the apex. Back on the power now, he's going to absolutely power it down this back straight. As Martin Brundle always points on the Formula 1, you want to be in the middle of the track here, because the track does kink over slightly just after this bridge here. And that puts you right on the right line for the apex here, as it swings down through the gears. Using a lot of curve there. And you'll use a lot of curve on that corner as well, and then he's back on the power. I agree about where this track does look phenomenal at night time. As into the long sweeping corner. Who remembers the old layout where you used to have the chicane there? And that's sweeping through into the hotel complex. Mario on pole, 1 minute 41.310 for Mario. Gavsky does a 41.144. Mayano 1 minute 41.5, and then a 43 for Geekela. Mike there in 4th. And here comes Race Lord, punching it for the line. And he goes pole, 1 minute 40.664 for Race Lord. He's on pole. Johnny then goes through in 8th. Geekela is in 7th. Rich is in 6th. But it is the championship leader at this point. Gavsky needs to find half a second. Where is Gavsky on that? Here he is. D-Lock's up to 6th. Right, I know they're slotting himself into 8th. We'll see what Gavsky does here. Is this going to be an in-lap for Gavsky, or is he still pushing? Half a second down, so I think he'll probably pit in on this lap. Will we see Gavsky coming into the pits to change his tyres? Not too worn, but we are halfway through the qualifying at the moment, so perhaps it is literally as there he goes. Coming on in is Gavsky. Mario's already in the pits. Race Lord is coming on now. Now will we see Race Lord hit in? He's got a half-second advantage. Is he pushing on another? He's gone for it. No, he's not. He's in the pits. So Race Lord in the pits as well. Gavsky is pitting out through the tunnel section. Johnny sets a new personal best lap there. Gavsky's come out. He's got a nice bit of clear track. Mario a little bit further in front. Can Mario get himself between the two championship fights? Can Mario get himself up there? He's warming up the tyres. Very aggressively warming up the tyres. Lino's got himself up to 4th. That's another driver in the 1 minute 41s. So it's all the way from from 2nd to 7th in the 1 minute 41s. Now, Mario is coming round. He is on his outlap. We'll see what Mario can do as he just comes through the hotel section. preparing himself to absolutely cane his Lexus for one last time in qualifying. Can he get in amongst the mix out the front of the grid? Can he get the front wheel stop? Can he even get pole here? As Mike comes into the pits, that's giving Mario a clear track out in front, and he is out and underway. And that's turn 1 navigated for him. Johnny, a new personal best lap time there for Johnny. He's 4 tenths down as Mario, but you can make up 4 tenths as the lap goes on. Here, Gavsky is just coming through now. He is up on his personal best. Will he get a slip from Mike? Mike's on a roll, so this could be a great slip from him from Gavsky. Lino is into the pits. Mario is just coming through the chicane section. As Mario backs off to consider doing another flying lap on his tyres. He's got 2 minutes. See what his sector time's like here. Down by 7 tenths. Still appears to be pushing it though. He will get another flying lap in. Here he goes round the last corner. He will get another flying lap in. What is Gavsky able to do? Gavsky punches it for the line. He's down on his time. There's Mario. He's down on his flying lap. Here comes Racelord. He's got a little bit further around to go. He's got rear end damage, so what has happened to Racelord? I think that could be his qualifier over with. Lino is out on an outlap. He will get to, it's going to be tight. I think he will get to the line. Potentially, he has got 29 seconds to get himself to the line these cars do. So will Lino start a new flying lap? 15 seconds as of now, and he's in the last corner, so he will make it round. He'll get another flying lap in. Delox has got himself up to 7th there still. Has improved though, and he will get the last flying lap in. So the checkered flag will come out now. So for everyone, these are their last laps. Racelord absolutely abusing the track limits there. I'd be surprised if he doesn't get a penalty there, but he's 1.2 seconds down, so I don't think he's just going to park it on up and get out of the way of the cars that are coming on through behind. So here comes Gavsky. Still got Mike in front. Mike is on a fast lap as well. Where is Mario? Mario coming around the last corner. Can Mario do it? Can he get a front row start here? He's punching it for the line. No, he cannot. So it's going to be the second row for Mario. Here's Gavsky. Can he take the pole away from Racelord? Can he do what he needs to do? Oh, he just is off of it slightly. Yeah, Kayla has moved himself up to 8th there. It does look like, I think the only ones that were still on a lap here is Delox. And he get himself higher up than 7th. He's 3rd in the series at the moment. So here comes Delox. Can he get himself in that fight? Out the front. Round the last corner he comes. He's got himself up to 5th. Lino doesn't improve. He's still in 6th. But it is Racelord on pole. Don't drive into the pits. Actually, I think we've lost the flag. No, you won't cross the checkered flag. Oh, it will. There we go. Fantastic. So, for the final round of the series, it is Racing on pole, Gavsky second, Mario in third. He'll be buzzing with that. Mike in fourth, Delox in fifth, Lino in sixth, Ryanu seventh, Gear Kayla in eighth, with Rich in ninth and Johnny there in 10th. But the main thing I want to see is all the way from second, almost down to 8th, are within a second of each other. And Rich is well within a second. They're all within a second of second place, which is phenomenal. Very slippy, says Mario. Get some feedback from the drivers. Let's tell them to set their tyres one last time. As D-Lock saying, the gap there between D-Locks and Mike, if you look, is 1/1000th of a second between Mike and D-Locks. So we'll give everyone the chance to set their tyres, and we'll give everyone a ready up. It is extremely close for third. Extremely close. The whole qualifying is massively close. That between Mario there in third and Lino in sixth is less than a tenth. Right, everyone, let's get this one underway for one last time in the GR2 series here for the final round at Marina. Let's get it underway. Who do you think is going to take the title? Will it be Gavsky? Will it be Racelord? Racelord in pole position here. Just needs to convert this into a win. So, Racelord on pole. Gavsky second. Mario in third. I can report Mario is on the hard tyre. Mike is on the hard in fourth. D-Lock's on the hard in fifth. Lino's on the hard in sixth. We've all gone for hards. But it's going to be Racelord. It's going to lead this one underway. 30 minutes of GR2 action. Coming your way here at Marina. Looks like everyone in the gate in turn one beautifully. Gavsky needs to put pressure on to Racelord. Early doors here. Almost runs into the back of it. Gets very close there. Now here comes Gavsky. He's right on the gearbox of Racelord. Are we going to see a change for position on lap one? Racelord sending him to the outside. We get an instant in the background. Something's gone on in the background. We'll see if we get a change for the lead and we'll go back. We have got it saved. Gavsky looking to the inside. Going for the inside. Racelord covers it off. Gavsky moves out wide. Look at this. Racelord's one wide and Gavsky takes the lead. It's not enough for the series win. It's not enough for the championship for Gavsky. He needs Racelord to drop down further than that. But it is enough for the lead here. As look at the cars behind. All the hard drivers get so close together. Let's see what happened at the start earlier on. So it's further back. What happened here? Oh! It looks... Oh! So it's Gear Kayla and Rich spinning around. So there was a bit of a spin there, and I think that cost Gear Kayla the most out of everyone. Racelord always running wide in turn one. Will that be a track limits? Gavsky is going for it here. Knows he needs to create that gap. Mario doing a great job on the hards there in third. with Mike in 4th, D-Lox in 5th, Ryanu in 6th, Lino is in 7th, oh, get very side myself, Johnny in 8th, Rich in 9th, and Gear Kayla down in 10th. Gear Kayla on the hard tyre. Racehorse doing a great job here. Gavsky doing an even better job in front at the moment. Has Gavsky taken too much out of his tyres? They've pretty much got even wear between them. Now they're creating a good period tomorrow, but that's what we kind of expect at this point, because Mario is on the hard tyres as we get the lovely fuel glitch coming up again. They don't need fuel, trust me. They've got enough to get them just to the end of the race. So all they've done is start up half fuel. Now under a second, Racehorse closing that gap. Now 0.7, but Gavsky into an exit from turn 1. Mario half a second in the lead over Mike. Mike running a bit wider, so Mario opening up almost the gap. Now over a second, back to Mike in 4th. D-Lox up to 5th. D-Lox is going to be putting the pressure on Mike here. D-Lox looking to the inside. As Mike running wide there. D-Lox was just on the outside, so this is going to put the battle in amongst all of them now. So D-Lox is going to come under pressure from Ryanu in 6th. And it looks like D-Lox is just going to hold it on the inside. Lino not too far off this battle as well. Rich is now up to 8th, so has got past Johnny just behind this battle. Was all running wide then was Ryanu. I think Lino letting him up through, so there might have been a little bit of contact there. Now at the lead at the moment it is 1.1 seconds clear for Gavsky. Can he convert this into a win? Racelord will still be the series champion. As it stands at the moment. Now further back we did see Rich getting past Johnny, and he's now not too far from Kalini. Rich is obviously on the soft, so he doesn't feel on the hard. Rich will have a hard tyre to come later on in the race. Now, Rich, obviously, as I said, yeah, he will have to use the hard tyre later on. So he needs to make up as much ground as possible on the softs as it stands at the moment. He is doing that. He's caught back up to the back of the pack. Battle out in front. 2.5 seconds gap seen behind over Racelord. Great advantage from Gavsky at this point in the race. Racelord does have 7 seconds over Mario. Mario is doing a very solid job on that hard tyre. Expect to see Mario absolutely flying later on in the race. When he gets a soft on. See, he did a 44 in his last lap. Racelord did a 43, so it's only a second lap slower. Racelord running wide there. Will that be a track limits penalty? No, he just got away with that, but he's now 3 seconds off the back of Gavsky. Gavsky is absolutely flying here. Almost 10 minutes into the race. He's got the pace of the race on the soft tyre. He's not though with the fast lap of the race. And then we've got this battle a bit further back. Here we go, between Mike and D-Lox. Can D-Lox get the move done now? D-Lox looking to the outside and then looks to switch back on the inside. Has got the inside line now on Mike. Mike running wide and over the curb, but doesn't get the move done as D-Lox into the hard braking zone here. Mike running wide, that's getting D-Lox's position, and D-Lox has got the move done and up into 4th place. Mike running wide there has cost him position. Then there's a bit of a battle behind because Ryanu there in 6th has the fast charging. Rich there in 7th. Just going around again, he saves it. He does get damage. Mario said in the pre-build-up that it's very slippy out there, and that is showing on the track there. Rich getting very sideways and getting the damage now for it. Johnny on the hard tyre there in 9th, and Gear Kayla not too far behind that in 10th. Gavsky 4.3 seconds in the lead. He did a 1 minute 42 in the last lap. Whereas Racing did a 1 minute 43, and Mario did a 1 minute 43 as well. So was Mario's lap time faster than Racing? No, it wasn't, but it is getting close to that cut-over point where the hards will start to be quicker. So there is Mario doing an absolutely phenomenal job in 3rd. He's on the hard tyre. He's going to get quicker. He's just going to get quicker as he goes on. Doing a cracking job, Mario. He's 9 seconds clear of D-Lox. D-Lox is on a bit of a crash now. Gavsky at the end of that, 4.8 seconds clear. And still pushing on those soft tyres. 1 minute 42.1. So he's still doing extremely fast lap times. Race was at 43.311. So last 3 laps have been in the 1 minute 43s. Mario did a 44.335. Whereas D-Lox, after he's been released from the group, did a 44. Almost 44 dead. Very consistent last 2 laps from D-Lox. Mike there. You can see the back in front, you can see the cars he needs to catch up to. Ryanu in 6th. Rich has recovered back up to 7th. His tyres are running out fast, he's still got the damage as well. Lino in 8th on the hard tyre. With Johnny in 9th, and Gear Kayla still slowly catching up to the back. Here is Gavsky, 3.2 seconds in the lead. Now, will we see him come in on this lap? Or are we going to see him go around for another lap? The tyres are wearing down. Oh, running a bit wide there from Gavsky. He's in the pits. Gavsky is in. Here he is, into his pit box. Racelord is in as well. Mario will carry on there in 3rd. D-Lox we expect to come on as well. He's got some Mike carry on, Manu will carry on, Rich will carry on. Now, Gavsky, where is he going to rejoin? So, there he is. Oh, he's just losing out the lead of the race to Mario. But Racing is starting in 6th. That's going to cost Racing some time, surely. He's come out in 6th. He's got to get his hards up to temperature. That's given the slipstream of Mario. And fresh hard tyres. Mario's been on his hard tyres now at 4. This is 8th lap on the tyre. So Gavsky ideally would have wanted to come out into clean air. But he's only got one car in front, whereas Race Lord has a lot of cars in front. He's got 5 cars on track in front of him. He's going to be wanting them to pit as quickly as possible. Always back in the background, Linear running wide there from Rich in 7th. I think we will see Rich into the pits on this lap, because his tyres are almost completely dead. We do see Rich. Did Rich cross the white line there? Will that be a 3-second penalty for Rich? He's in the pits. Well, again, the tyres changed. Getting the damage repaired as well, and he is out and underway. And that puts him down in 10th. Now, did he cross the white line on the pit entry? That's what we want to see. Did he get himself a 3-second penalty? He did! He's got himself a 3-second penalty. Don't cross the pit exits. He did as well. It's a 6-second penalty for Rich. He crossed the entry line, he crossed the exit line. He's at the third course for that one. Mario's still in the lead of the race. Mario's a real contender here, because he's got the soft tyre to come towards the end. He's a real contender for not even just the podium, but maybe the race win even. There is Deluxe and Mike just behind. Oh, Gavsky running really wide there. Will Gavsky get a penalty for that? Doesn't get a penalty for it. Mario's still leading the race. Deluxe staying out in 3rd. Mike in 4th. Manu in 5th. Racing in 6th. With Lenio in 7th. Johnny in 8th. 9th is Gearkin, and in 10th is Rich, who served his 6-second penalty. But the main battle out in front here is Mario, yet to pit. Gavsky, who has pitted, but Mario holding the position at this point in the race. 13 minutes left. I think this is around the time that we're going to see the hard runners come in. Once the hard runners come in, we will see Race Lord moving back up the positions. But the soft drivers behind will be on a charge towards the end of the race. Gavsky just can't find a way past Mario at this point. Gavsky running there, and there we go. He has got moved on as Gavsky. takes the lead back of the race. Will Mario come into the pits? No, he's staying out. D-Lock's staying out. So is Mike. Will we see Ryanu come in? No, Ryanu is staying out. Race Lord is still stuck behind in 6th. Lena is staying out. And here's the battle between Johnny and Gear Kayla. Will either of these come into the pits? No, they're staying out. Battle between them. Up at the race at the moment still with race on 1 minute 40.970. Kayla running wide there in the background. Will he get a penalty for that? Just avoiding the penalty zone there. 0.4 clear. Now, can the Honda beat the Nissan down the straight here? It looks like the Nissan is pulling away slightly. It does have the superior speed to the Nissan. The Honda obviously slightly better on the brakes and through the corners. Out in front, Gavsky's pulled himself a second lead. Mario now coming under pressure from D-Lock. I think this is the time when Mario needs to get himself on the soft. 11 minutes left. The tyres will do the right for time. Will we see Mario coming into the pits? Will we see D-Lock's or Mike behind coming into the pits? Mario comes in. D-Lock stays out and so does Mike. I think that is the right call there from Mario. Gavsky. What? Gavsky in the pits? Gavsky thinks he's got enough time. Is he back out on the hards or what happened there? He's gone back out on softs. He's double stopping. He's only 8.8 seconds behind Race Lord. He thinks he's going to try and go for fastest lap as well. So he's out just in front of Mario. So these two just put down Race Lord together. This is going to be incredible at the end of this race. Gavsky with the 2-stop. This gives D-Lox the lead of the race. 0.6 over Mike in second with these two are yet to pit. Race Lord in 3rd now. He has got past Ronaldo, who's yet to pit. Then Gavsky is now on a charge with Mario, and he's bringing Mario along to the party as well. Can they work together to get Race Lord and take some major points away from him together? This title fight is not over yet because one mistake from Race Lord and it's gone. Flying Nissan there from Gavsky. The front two are in, so D-Lox is in. And he is out and getting rolling. So is Mike in, and so is Ranu. So here comes D-Lox. He's lost a lot of time there to Mario, but he's got 1 lap fresher time. They're all shutting down Race Lord now. They're all on softs. Mike looks like he's going to make a move here. So Mike in 5th. He's got a 3-second penalty. That's going to cost him massively. Race Lord's lead is 5 seconds with 8 minutes left in the race. This is going to be intense. Into 4.5. Gavsky pushing like a man possessed. The only car that's done a two-stop here tonight. He's now only 3.7 seconds, 3.6. He's gaining so fast on Race Lord. Will this be the new fastest lap of the race? It is a 1 minute 40.597. That's another point taken away from Race Lord. Will he be able to do it? He's now only 2.8 seconds. New purple sector there from Gavsky. Mario not too far behind, only 1.6 behind. Race Lord now only 2 seconds in the lead. There's Gavsky. Look at that car's that punting him down. He's the only cards in front now. Has Gavsky absolutely pulled off a strategy call and a half here? It's now under 2 seconds. It could be as early as the next lap. One and a half. 1.3, 1.2, 1.1. Is this going to be Race Lord's championship unfolding in front of us? It's now under a second. Mario's not far behind either. 0.6. And here he comes, Gavsky, 0.3. Don't go anywhere, folks, because this is 5 minutes of pure battle for a championship title between these two. Race Lord is going to be pushing everything at these times he possibly can. Look how much Gavsky closes up in the braking zone. Surely Gavsky's at the driving corner. Right on the edge of the track. Gavsky moving out wide. Gavsky's going to have to drive off this corner. Surely so much Brett later on the race. Is he going to go all the way around the outside? He's got the inside. He gets the inside, and there is Gavsky back into the lead of the race. The Race Lord is going to come under pressure from Mario. Mario on the softs as well. Mario's got the inside. And that's Mario through and up into second. Next, down the road, is Deluxe. 3.6 seconds behind Race Lord. Can Deluxe get himself on the podium here and knock Race Lord off the podium? Race Lord could take the championship, but also not be on the podium tonight. It's now only 2.3, 2.2. If Mike hadn't have his 3-second penalty, obviously Mike get past as well. So there's Mike in 5th. Race Lord's in. This is going to cost him massively. The time he's going to lose here with 3 minutes left. This could be the championship. Has he quit too late? He's down in 7th. He's coming out the pits now. There goes Lenio through in 6th. Race Lord down in 7th. Here, Kayla in 8th. Rich is in 9th. Front aero damage for Rich. And 10th is Jolly. As it stands at the moment, I don't know whether this would be. I'm going to have to get the calculator here. Is this enough? Could this be Gavsky about to take the series win the final round. Incredible. Sorry, I'm just trying to load up the tables there, but my laptop doesn't look like it when I try to load things up whilst I'm doing this, so it goes all properly, so I'll do it on my phone instead. So, Gavski, as it stands at the moment, let's do some moves together, everyone. So, Gavski, with 2 minutes left, so 2 laps left of the race. Mike's got the fastest lap of the race. Now that's taking a point away from Gavski, or that could be the point that does it. So Gavski will be on 112. Sorry, Race Lord, 112. Gavski was on 200, so 200. Plus, he'll be on 130. Race Lord for 7th. This is going to be insane. Race Lord in 7th. He will get a 7th place finish. Get 19. So he's on 112 plus 19. He would win by 1 point if he finishes 7th. Because he needs the fastest lap now. My goodness. Gavski Championship. The fastest lap. As it stands at the moment, well, Race Lord, he's got a half-second penalty. He's 5 seconds off the back of Lenio with not even, I don't think he'll get a lap in. It's going to be so close whether he'll get another lap in. Gavski, you need the fastest lap, otherwise Race Lord's going to win the championship by a point. His tyres are shot. Gavski starts this final. Mario in 2nd. Deloc's in 3rd. Mike's in 4th there. Rayano in 5th. Lenio in 6th. Race Lord, half-second penalty again. He was trying to go for fastest lap. He does get another lap in. Giacchela will finish in 8th. For Giacchela. 9th will be Rich. And 10th will go to Johnny. But this man, at the moment, he's got to be pushing so hard. He must know, knowing Gavski so well, he's probably done all of the maths in his head. He knows, probably, that he needs this fastest lap, but I don't think he's got the tyres left to do it. Mike has potentially cost him his championship here. He's 1.5 seconds down on his personal best lap time. We'll jump to where Race Lord is at the moment. He's got a 2nd penalty. I think Gavski has destroyed his head here. He'll serve the 2nd penalty. But here comes Gavski. 0.7, 0.6. Mario's gaining hand over fist at the moment. He's coming around this last corner now. It is Gavski who will take the win. But according to my maths, I don't think it will be the championship. Mario in 2nd. Deloc's in 3rd. Mike in 4th. Rayano in 5th. Lenio there in 6th. Race Lord in 7th. Should be enough points still for the series. But there's your race winner tonight. It is Gavski. Gavski taking the race win with a 2-stop as well. Fair play, Gavski. What a strategy. Save the replay quickly. Here is the race results. Gavski taking the win, but not the fastest lap. I think it might be the 1 point he needed. Mario in second. Congratulations to Mario. His first podium of the season comes in the last round. Deluxe in third. Mike in fourth. Mayano in fifth. And we got Eno in sixth. Race Lord in seventh. Gikela in eighth. With Rich in ninth and Johnny in 10th. Wow, what a way to end the series. Lots of information to bring you over the next few weeks of what is coming up for Series 3. We're going to have an announcement of the cars that have been selected by the drivers for the GR3 Masters. Still a couple of places left in the Porsche Cup. So if you want to get involved, head over to our Discord. We've also got the charity race coming up on the 18th of April, so not too far away now. Still a couple of spaces left in that if you do want to get a team entered in. It is for a really good cause. It is a 6-hour endurance race around this track here. So if you do want to get involved, head over to the Discord and get your team signed up for that as well. We'll have round 2 video of the World Endurance Championship to bring you shortly on the channel as well. So I'll take the moment to say thank you to all of the drivers that have been involved in the series. It's been an absolute pleasure. This series running 2 series side by side. Absolutely phenomenal driving from everyone, and a special mention to Mario for all of his help in getting the series sorted out and a lot of the admin work involved as well. Couldn't do it without you, Mario. So absolute pleasure working with you on everything involved in that as well. We will be back for some fun races throughout the off season, and then on the 13th of April, Series 3 will start. Do not go anywhere, anyone, and as I said, if you want to get involved in the next series, just drop us a message and we'll show you how to get involved in that as well. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in and watching over the series. If you want to go back and check out all of the videos, they are there on the channel, and we will be back for Series 3 in April. I'll catch you then. Cheers everyone.